Good morning, everybody. This is Kane here, and today I'm wanting to talk about self acceptance. Self acceptance being the self that accepts where you are at without no one's opinions that you need to rely on to accept where you're at in life. And so, beginning with if you are living with a negative person, you don't have to take on their negativity. You can ask for your own space. And if you're living with them, this is called holding space. So just knowing and acknowledging that they are there, but that you don't need to take on their plight of negativity. You have boundaries, you have opportunities to go to your own space. Where self acceptance comes in is acknowledging that this person, to see them in your light, is to hold space for them, to know that they are in their own right of what they feel and think, and to know that life is their journey too. They're making amends with their own things and evolving and showing themselves what is necessary for themselves. So that means living the way they're going to live. And they won't always change for you, but you can ask for how they can treat you. So in the matter of self-acceptance, it gives you this outlook to really dig down and remember what is your essence that you need tending to, and knowing your boundaries and following your path. So when you're out there in the world, you're not going to be thinking them and their negativity. When it comes to tolerating someone's space, with their own held negativity, it's their own accepted way of life that they have lived out themselves, and that only matters to them. It doesn't have to matter to you, because in the larger picture, what we're experiencing on a daily basis is much grander. We're bigger than this, that we have no interest in what they provide in their negativity. So living from a place of heart, you're always able to make a choice. You have free will. And although even if you don't believe that, it's so helpful to say it and believe it, because it really gives you the opportunity to remind yourself there's such a bigger picture to everything that there is. And having this remembrance that time isn't the only essence in our life. We are given space. We are given this human space between us, a physical distance that we are able to walk away. Whereas you see a plant, and if you were to pour poison on that plant, they can't walk away. They're sucking up that poison. And so, in terms of negativity, we do have freedom to walk away and grow in our own light, meaning to stand somewhere and root ourselves somewhere that really matters to us. So, for example, just like this log, who has been broken down to the very strip of its last stickiness, it is still standing only because it's rooted into the earth, and that it's able to grow once again. It's able to hold its ground for now. So having these roots dug into ourselves, accepted and rooted into our beliefs and our opinions, and knowing that they are ours and our right, they can take us places. They can hold us to the ground that we're on and love us for who we are. Because the earth accepts us and holds us, and that space brings us home. So, having this ecological self, we're in remindance that we are powerful beings, only in the light though, and we need to be called upon back to this light when those moments matter the most. So in a crisis, it gives you an opportunity to learn from one another, but also to make a choice that it's our decisions where to stand, and we can stand. It doesn't have to be a sinking feeling in someone else's despair. And so, holding to our own space, we're reminded everything is powerful. So, where self acceptance comes in is being held, holding your own space, holding your ground, and following what reciprocal needs that you need at this very moment. Giving these times a space to breathe is very vital to the thing that we love most. How to be with them, where to take their glance. Do we see how they're being held, or do we see how they're being harmed? Big difference. Being held gives them a healing space to be remembered how they once were and where we can take that with them. So if we see that flower in poison, we can simply move it to where it receives sunlight and water and clear waters, abiding that the roots will accept it, this space. And that same logic applies to people. If you put them in a more calming space, they will start to realize their own great potential that they have. Abiding, they are willing. Following through with these energies that give us this space. It's a harmony, meaning without a self-doubt, we can come back to who we once originally were. And so, having spaces like these give us an outlook to something greater in our lives, because it's not just us. The very space is a representation of what we can achieve to our ends. And having that is a big generosity. Like, I'd like to thank this space right now, because it's holding me, and it's telling me who I am on a daily basis, just for being present with it. And the acceptance in all this is that it reminds me who I am, my essential and ecological self, that I am able to grow in any way that I desire. And sometimes desires don't always work out for us. So like trees, we come back and we breathe, like the trees that output oxygen for us. So that's always going to be our core being in accepting who we are at this time. Holding space is kind of like saying holding fruit for one another, when we can know that their growth contributes to what we say, what we do, how we treat them, how much space we hold for one another. And holding this space, it is the great harmony we all seek. And never forgetting that is the very essence that we are remembering, that our space is their space, and time is only meant to help us grow, whereas space is meant to show us in which ways we can grow, such as the tree branching out and what they are producing and what leaves they're growing, what leaves they're going to throw down on the path to create once again. Like how you see the leaves landing on your paths, and they combine with the water and mud, and they keep creating this path for us to walk on. So all of this is space, and holding it simply means knowing how it's going to result in the highest good for us. And so where holding comes in is the essential being that we are harmonized with. My name is Kane McIntyre. I hope you all accept yourself to the end of the day. Please like, subscribe, or comment anything on my lovely channel. I will be posting a lot more videos and content and anything that will keepsake the world, and it's all beautiful. So may you live and grow in beauty and peace as well. Good day. Have a great day.